Hi yogis, welcome to Yoga with Shell. This is a restorative class. It can also be called a Yin class. I'm just going to guide us on a few poses on the wall. So be near to a wall, and it doesn't have to be a big wall. Grab some props if you have a bolster, blocks. I have a myofascial release rolly thing here. I like to lay on. 2 blocks are my preferred choice, and a pillow, maybe 2. Whatever you have that is comfortable, that's perfect for this class. Feel free to play my music. Restorative Yoga is the name of it on Spotify, or find a playlist that sounds good to you. Any Yin playlist, I'm sure, will do the trick. We'll hold these postures for a few minutes at a time, and we'll end this class feeling restored, guaranteed. I'll meet you on your mat. Welcome to that restore. Here we go. We walk our toes as close to the wall that we can. And it's okay if you're not very flexible. Bend your knees as much as you need. And we're just here for a minute, a little longer. Relax your head between your legs and just lean forward so your back is against the wall. It's okay if your knees are bent and you look like a frog, okay? Just relax your head to the earth. And I want you to find your breath, allowing more length in your spine. So stay here in that shape, folding against the wall. Breathe in, my friends. Breathe out. In yoga, we have guidelines to be good people. They're called yamas and niyamas. And the first yama is nonviolent. Can you find a nonviolent thought? Breathe in. Breathe out, let it go. Can you let go of anything you're holding on to, any resentment? Anything you need to just forgive? Breathe it in and breathe it out. And look, you're already done with that pose. Come down to your mat, please, and send your legs up the wall. So this time you want to scoot your seat as close to the wall that you can be. And send your legs up the wall. So scoot, scoot, scoot. Get your tailbone to the wall. Legs are up the wall. Now you just chill here for the first 30 seconds. Bend your knees as much as you need. Relax your shoulders. Let your head be heavy and close your eyes. You can send your arms out like wings if you like. Good. In the Yin practice, we hold postures. There's only 10 songs and 10 movements, okay? 10 movements that we change shape, and I will guide you through. So try to soften, and I'll tell you when we're about halfway, adding on different variations. I want you to focus on stillness in your mind. And this time, non-possessiveness. Another yama, a guideline to live a good life. Can you acknowledge something you've held on to that maybe doesn't serve you? Again, maybe it's resentment. It's easy to hold on. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. And when we reflect on how we react, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Trying to seek the good, fill up your heart with love and light. And a forgiving exhale. Good, you can stay here, slowly find a V shape with your legs. So send your legs a little bit wider. Good, and you can shimmy in whatever shape you need. Bend your knees again as much as you need. And you may notice your legs started to float down. It's the force of gravity, right? Can you be heavy like a stone into the earth, but feel lighter with your legs up the wall? Relax your eyelids. Steady breath in. Steady breath out. 2 more breaths here, and then another minor adjustment with the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Listen. Slowly send your left knee to the wall. Cross your right knee over your left. It's okay if they don't cross really deep. Just let your feet support you. Lean your feet against the wall. Cross your knees as best as you can. Just hold here for 30 seconds. Try to relax your muscles. Good. Maybe you haven't talked to someone in a while because of something that happened. Can you forgive and let that go? And maybe send them a message. We need a little more connection in the world, especially right now. Breathe in, my friends. Breathe out. Slowly as you can, cross your left knee over your right knee and let your feet support you against the wall. It's okay if your knees aren't very crossed. Just think like you're gonna cross your legs like a curtsy. And just lie here and restore blood flowing back into your body, swarming around your heart, around your mind. And yoga is that mind-body connection. Can you relax a little bit more in your hips? Try not to clench your glutes. Relax, my friends, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can you find that mantra that's a saying in your head? That's an I am, a sankalpa. We say I am. I am able to forgive. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more breaths here. Good, and turn this slowly into a happy baby, but a wall baby. So like you would capture the outside edges of your feet, but send your feet to the wall and just stay heavy here. Stay heavy in that baby. Pausing for a moment. Good, you guys. Try to soften, relax your shoulders, and be as easy as you can, as light as you can. Settle into your space. And coming into truthfulness now. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? How do you react? Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more breaths just like this. Amazing effort. Slowly cross your right ankle over your left knee, figure four against the wall. Or the couch, whatever you're laying against is perfect. Left foot to the mat, good. Try to relax here. If you're feeling like you need more, you can cross your knees and back to that shape. This is a variation. Listen, you can scoot your seat closer to the wall and press your heel into the wall to feel a deeper stretch through your IT band. I'm sure you feel it like I do. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now slowly let the shape fall to the right, the left rather. So you keep your figure 4 and drop your right foot to the left. Now you can always use props here. Left ankle is to the wall. Try to keep that shape. And if it feels okay, draw your chin over your right shoulder. Can you send your palm up to receive? Or send it down to feel grounded? Close your eyes. Hands can rest on your belly or on the side. Can you tune in to softness? Left hand can come to heart to channel the truth. Now listen to your heart space. What does truth mean to you? Are you true to yourself? I know it's a deep question. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Finding stillness to surrender our muscles. They need 2 minutes in the posture to really start loosening, to letting go. So we stay in these postures in yin. We find patience to move on. Notice how you feel. Slower than ever, find figure 4 against the wall, right foot to the wall, left ankle crosses over the right knee. Good, notice how you feel here. And breathe. Hands can be by your side, up overhead, on your belly. Breathe in and breathe out. This is our last wall posture. Slowly knock your left foot to the earth. Left knee up. Right foot is against the wall if that feels okay. Chin up. Or draw your chin over your left shoulder. So we're finding a twist in our thoracic spine and getting those IT stretch as well. If it hurts, modify. No need for hurt, just a deep stretch. And now we channel non-possessiveness. Are you holding any unnecessary tension in your body? Can you relax a little bit more? Two more breaths here. Then gently, gently move away from your wall. Take your time. Grab pillows or blocks. Feet against the wall, so I guess this is the last posture. Now this is just an option. It intensifies the stretch. So stack your blocks or your pillows or bolster, and I just want you to find straight leg forward fold. So however that means that you can rest your head down. It can be a leaning way high. It doesn't matter. Just rock your head down and try to fold over your straight legs. Again, slow your breath. And non-stealing is a yama. Can you listen closer? Can you practice hearing before you speak? Really hearing. Maybe we can all practice just hearing a little bit closer, listening to those details, not rushing. Breathe in and out. Just folding, no big expectation. Breathe in and out. Folding over your legs. Slowly lift your chest up off of your legs. Now you might want to check this one out. It's a little bit funky in a good way. Your right leg is going to go to the left as best you can. Your left leg extends behind you. It may not be as wide as mine. You're going to take your pillow or your block and fold your belly on top of whatever bolster pillow that you have. So you're twisting. You may need a lot of support. Chest is forward, that's the goal. So elbows knit your rib cage. Right leg to the right, left leg to the left. You're heavy. Can you surrender your weight down and hug your pillow? Or maybe you send your arms wide for a deeper stretch through the shoulders. And listen, if you have tight shoulders like me, always an option to place a pillow under your hips as well if it's too much. If you like the shoulder stretch, send your right arm to the left and surrender your weight down. So you're lying your weight on your right shoulder. Right leg is to the left. Both hands are to the left. Just lie in the shape. It's called an iron cross. Breathe in. And breathe out. It's okay to bend your knees if you need, no problem. And once you've found a position you can hold still in, try to be still in that posture. Our last yama, kind of like yin and yang, is non-excess. We tend to live in a society of more. But in yoga, it's a common practice. It's proven when you find gratitude for what you have, that you live a happier, more fulfilled life, needing less. This is where we come back to gratitude just another time. Notice your heart beating, maybe in your pillow. Notice your head resting. Maybe your muscles are moving. Maybe there's tension. Can you bring stillness to this tightness? Can you feel a fuller breath here, finding gratitude for it? Breathe in and out. The power of breath. You can find gratitude for the little things. Life isn't so bad after all. So good, friends. A few moments more. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently as you can, press yourself up from this shape. Find tabletop pose for a little movement. Palms under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale the cow pose, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, cat pose, round through your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale the cat pose. One more round, inhale, cow. Exhale the cat. Slowly slide your left foot to the right, your right leg down. So it's an iron cross here. Left leg long, right leg back. Fold your belly over the pillow and relax here. It's a pretty deep twist, so your hip can be on a pillow. Bend your knees as much as you need, a whole heap if you need. Option to send your right arm to the right, your left arm to the left. And you can send the weight of your left shoulder to the mat like a crocodile if you like, just a little more stretch the shoulders. Your head can be on a block or a pillow for support. Find stillness in the shape. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more breaths here. Slowly press yourself up. Take your time. And spread your legs wide as they'll go. So it doesn't have to be really wide. Depending on your day, it may be less wide than yesterday. I know mine, my legs are definitely less wide than yesterday. Good. Now find anything you need, a prop to lean forward. And again, it can be super high, like you're just leaning your head, tilting down. Or maybe find the flexibility to fold a little deeper. Wherever you're at is perfect. Your arms can reach forward. You can rest your head on your arms, the pillow. If you're super flexible, Crystal, slide your palms underneath your feet. It's challenging to restore in the posture, but if you can relax your muscles down, you can find more flexibility and a deeper release in the low back. And wherever you're at is perfect. Fold and breathe. Chin can be to the side or forward. Eyes can be closed. So good, friends. Stay folded. Keep breathing. All that matters is connection to your mind and body through breath, right here. Breathe it in. Breathe out. Now into the niyamas. Like yin and yang, yamas and niyamas. There's 5 of each. Think of hands coming together into prayer. The first niyama is purity. As you're in this wide fold, can you connect to your pureness? Connect to childhood, connect to your innocent self, whether that was a long time ago or whether that is still a piece of you. Can you have a pure intention? Speak mindfully from your heart. Truly seeking the good in the situation. Channeling healing. We're about halfway with this posture, so make any adjustments that you need to stay a little bit longer. Seeking purity, breathe in, breathe out. Pure air, pure water, pure sun and light. Seeking clearness. Just a little bit longer, friends. Stay with it. It's so good for you, for me, for us. See, as you soften, stay a little longer, your body starts to relax. Channel deeper breath. I know it's challenging holding still. You've got this. Try to be still. 2 more breaths. Slowly, slowly be mindful. Press yourself up from that fold. Ooh. This time, send your pillow behind you. Bend your knees and just sway your knees side to side. Ooh. Relax those tight quads and hamstrings that we're releasing, those ITs. Good, and slowly coming in to Supta Baddha Konasana. That's the soles of your feet to touch like a butterfly. Good, and we're gonna lie on our backs. You can lie on a pillow if you like a little support or a bolster. You can find your head to the earth. block underneath your hip is a great variation as well. You can find all of the props to help you. They can be low, just above your tailbone, or high, and if this is too much on your knees, you can find support under your knees. It's a great option to slide a pillow or a prop under your knees as well. If you have low back pain here, you can slide your feet farther in front of you. Heels in, toes out. Arms can be above you, wide like a cactus. I just want you to breathe here. I'll tell you when we're halfway. Just surrender your weight down. And feel your heart open. Coming into the niyama of contentment. It's one of my favorites. Coming back to that idea that if you can be content with what you have, you can create more happiness. If you've ever injured yourself, I'm sure that you found that as well. You don't, sometimes it takes having something taken away from you to make you appreciate it more. Can you find contentment for your heartbeat? Contentment for your wiggling fingers and toes? For the ability to simply see and speak and hear and smell? For the roof over your head? For the taco maybe on your plate? And if this ever wasn't enough for you, you could use a light weight to place on your thighs, or sandbag, or a heavy blanket, weighted blanket. Two more breaths here. And simply close your touch a block, or you can really find eagle legs. Any legs, your right hip is on top of your left. Your arms can be by your side. Or you can hold your leg, whatever feels good. Shin towards the right shoulder. Breathe in and out. Slowly move the knees through center and send your knees to the right side. Chin rocking over to the left shoulder just for 30 seconds. Stay in your twist. Coming to the next niyama, self-discipline. Can you find the discipline to relax even more in this practice? Close your eyes, soften, and breathe 2 more big breaths here. Breathe in Breathe out. Slowly close your knees and come up to child's pose. Knees out wide, arms long. Rest your belly in between your legs. Arms can go long. And surrender right here. Now we're here for the song, so feel free to right away find a deeper stretch. Again, if tight shoulders, if you're with me with tight shoulders, right arm underneath the left. You can thread the needle, sending the weight of your shoulder right ear to the mat. Left hand can be by your ear, up overhead, or you can even find a half line behind your back. Knees go as wide as feels good. Breathe in and out. Coming back to self-discipline. Can you discipline yourself to find a 4-count breath in and out? Inhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Can you soften more? Breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale with an even bigger breath out for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly swap out your arms if you had the right arm under the left. Left arm under the right. Left cheek down. Two more breaths right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Getting into our pigeons. Starting with a half pigeon or swan on the right. In Yin Yoga, it's called a little different. You want to slide your right knee forward and create a 7-ish shape with your leg, or a backward 7. Ideally, you'd like your leg parallel with the front of your mat, but you might be a little lifted on your hips. If that's the case, like most of us are, it's great to place a prop underneath your right hip. Good, then you can find a pillow forward to soften forward. It helps stacking of the hips, opening up the hip flexor. But listen, if this causes you any pain, you can flop your hip to the right side and just lie down in this shape. Find the props that make you feel good in this pigeon pose. You can stay upright as well if you'd like to just lean your head towards something. You can get creative with your restore, whatever your body needs. One of my favorite variations in pigeon is to place a block right under your heart, right above your chest, and to melt your chest down. So your collarbone sits on the block. Depending on your body, it may feel good to find a prone stretch with your arms reaching long in front of you. Find your hands to prayer and reach forward to stretch through your delts, tris, and your glutes. And try to soften your chin towards that block if you're in this shape with me. Imagine your right hip drawn back and your left hip assisted forward. And if this causes you any pain whatsoever, figure 4 on your back is a great option. And like Shakira says, our hips don't lie. The next niyama is self-study. So you know your body best. What do you notice? You know yourself best. Maybe sometimes you feel like someone else knows you better than you know yourself. I feel that way sometimes. And what I've learned from that is I should listen to them. They're usually right. Again, coming back to truth, to trust, non-possessiveness, self-study, self-reflection. Reflecting on lessons you've learned, on the person that you strive to be. The best version of you right here, moving forward. It's a restart. Breathe in and breathe out. Self-study gives you an opportunity to connect to you. You matter most. To first love yourself before others, and then love them too. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly, slowly climb to your palms. Find a plank, not plank, a tabletop. Lift your right leg and bend your right knee. Bend it and extend it. Shake it out. Slowly find half pigeon on the other side. I nickname it half pidge. So it's a backward 7 shape with your left leg. Right leg is long. Again, if you're upright, a block or a pillow underneath your left hip is great. Help support your hips. And then you can fold. Always resting your forehead on a block or a pillow is a great option. Just taking time to soften as you study yourself. A little homework. I find myself so often not slowing down that I don't really take the time to reflect how you really feel. But when you come to this yin practice, it's really eye-opening. I tend to feel like I just got a massage leaving yin, and then I realized, wow, I really needed that. So maybe you decide to dedicate more time for this. Deep stretching before you go to bed or when you wake up. Taking support from those in your life willing to offer it. Taking support and maybe giving yourself a break sometimes. We're hardest on ourselves, right? I know I'm not alone in that. Breathe in slowly, slowly plant your palms to the earth. Find tabletop, and you can extend your left knee back, bend and extend the leg if that feels okay. Notice how you feel, get the wiggles out. Listen, and then you'll want pillows or a rolled up mat for this next one. Roll up each edges of your mat for floor frog. It's a middle split stretch, and it can seem intimidating, but it's really, really good for your hips. So you want 2 pillows on each end of your knees, and we're not here long. Your toes are out both directions, and then you want to rest. Your hips are stacked, right? So your knees are in one long line, and you may need to adjust as you need for the floor frog. Ensure there's padding underneath your knees, and you can stay upright, leaning on something. Or maybe you come down to your forearms, leaning on something. This becomes very intense, very quick. So I just want you to breathe through it. Your knees are in one line. Can you rest your belly on something? And as you sit in this posture, close your eyes. Your arms can be wherever they feel they need to be. Holding yourself up, holding a pillow, arms wide. Grab opposite shoulders, close your eyes. And back to our yamas and niyamas. Finding a little reflection right here. As we surrender our practice. Channeling nonviolence. Nonviolence turns us from harming self and others to kindness and compassion for self and others. Stay in this shape. If it's too much, you can turn it into a child's pose again. The next yama is truthfulness, which turns us from lies and half-truths to expressing our uniqueness and authenticity. Non-stealing, which turns us from theft to cultivating new skills and abilities. Non-excess, which turns us from greed to appreciation and pleasure without excess. Non-possessiveness, which turns us from attachment to intimacy without possession. Just a little bit longer, you're halfway. Find big breaths in and big breaths out. I know it's tough. The niyama's purity invites us to cleanse our bodies, our speech, and our thoughts. Contentment, which invites us to fall in love with our own life. Self-discipline, which invites us to consciously choose discipline and growth. And self-study, which invites us to know the self. Then moving into surrender, our last niyama, which invites us to pay attention to what life is asking of us. No big deal, right? Just what's your why? What's your purpose? I know it's a big thought. Slowly lift your hips as gently as you can. Come out of this shape. We'll come to fish pose before our final shavasana. So unravel your mat if it was rolled. Fish pose is a lot like or Supta Baddha Konasana. But you can take, I like this best with blocks, a block right underneath your shoulder blades. It's even better with 2 blocks if you can create a T shape with the blocks. The T shape goes right behind your back so your head can rest on the block. So place your T shape or your pillow on your back or on the mat where your back would go and lower yourself down. So 1 block is between your shoulder blades. Relax your head back. Arms can be by your side, knees can be bent, legs can be long. Option for Supta Baddha Konasana, legs, knees out wide, soles of the feet together. Palms by your side. And you can place something underneath your knees as well. Your feet can be supported. Relax your neck. You could even do this on the couch, letting your head hang off where your knees usually fall on the couch, legs up the couch. This is surrender. The journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Can you deepen your breath here? Deepen your awareness. And if you need any adjustments, we're about halfway. You can change your legs or your arms. And then try to find stillness once more. And slowing down is super hard. But thank your body for taking the time to slow down here and now. Just a few more breaths here before we make our way to our final Shavasana. Start to fill your mind with gratitude. 2 more breaths. Slowly, slowly, slowly start to roll to one side to remove those items if you have anything underneath you. And deciding if you'd like anything underneath your knees or to lie on anything in your final Shavasana. Ready to take our corpse pose. My favorite variation is knees supported by blocks, if you have 2 blocks. It's a great way to be. Another great option is to find your back to a pillow in a yin class. You can choose. You can be flat on the ground, or you can be supported. Again, palms up to receive or down to ground. Our final posture. Soften into the earth. Slow your breath. Slow your breath. We're almost over.
Crazy
Breathe in. Breathe out. Can you channel utter stillness? Melt into your mat. Let your muscles be light. Let your thoughts be bright. And your heart be mindful. Stay with it, friends. You're almost there. The most challenging posture is Shavasana. Only if you're ready, draw movement, slight movement to your fingertips and your toe tips. Send your arms up or overhead for a good evening stretch.
Yes, and a cool sunset.
Send your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your left. and channel gratitude for your journey on and off your mat. Inhale. And a big exhale to seal in your practice. Bow chin to chest. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for taking time to try Yin. That was my first Yin class I've ever taught, so you have now witnessed it. Please give me any feedback. Well, it wasn't an official Yin, but it definitely was restorative. I hope you feel restored. Have a beautiful day, evening, tomorrow.